Hello, everyone. I've got the Your Live logo up, so we must be live. Welcome to Let's Talk. Things are a little bit different tonight. We were supposed to be joined by Pastor Charles Robinson, but he did what a lot of us do and he overbooked himself for tonight. So he will not be joining us. So you're stuck with me. But that's okay because I have a lot to go over with you guys. Um, so I'm glad you're here. And if you're catching this on the replay, I would love for you to leave me a comment. I'm just trying to see how many people are able to hop on during the actual live event and how many of you are catching it on the replay. And just in case you do need to leave before I get done telling you everything I need to tell you, you can catch the replay here on Facebook or YouTube, depending on where you're logging in. The recording will be up there permanently. And you can also catch it in a podcast format over on Spotify. You'll find it under Let's Talk, SL Cook Let's Talk. So, and I will link all of that in the comments for you, so you can click on everything. There's going to be a lot of things in the comments that I'm going to click on for you guys, or link for you guys to click on. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. So let's just get started. Let's just get right into it, as the kids say. First and foremost, how are you? Are you guys doing well? I've got comments on this thing. So, get in here and talk to me. Let me know you're here. Tell me how you're feeling. I feel like Lizzo. Tell me how you're feeling, how you're healing. How's everyone doing though? Seriously, are you guys doing okay? I know things in my world have been crazy, but in a good way, a good crazy, right? Like sometimes even the good things are overwhelming. Not to say that it's always good things. Sometimes your girl is stressed out too. So, and this week, we're not even going to get started on that. But anyway, okay. So, you guys, if you're following me on Facebook, you probably saw that I did a Hi, Rebecca. First time on. That's exciting. Thanks for joining. That's really cool. I love that. If you guys are following me on Facebook, you probably saw the video that the studio at 1201 did announcing that I was going to be their queen level sponsor of something they call Girls Mic Night. I am so excited about this, you guys. I had been looking for an opportunity to kind of give back and to sponsor. And if you watch the video, I talk about it there, but I had been struggling to find something that felt like an extension of me. This couldn't be more an extension of me if we tried. So, Girls Mic Night is all about giving women, young girls, the opportunity to tell their story, to express themselves artistically. And it's just a night that is devoted to the empowerment and the inspiration of young women. So, I'm super excited to be a part of it. It takes place at the venue at 1201, which is down here in South Florida at the venue at 1201 in Lake Worth Beach, Florida. You've heard about venue at 1201 before from me because they were the ones who have so graciously hosted me several times. First was at my book tour after I had written the Bruised and Battered series, Volume 1, Beauty and the Beatings. I did my very last stop on the book tour there, and they were just so gracious, and I felt like it was just a home away from home. I felt like I belonged there, which is ironic because if you ever have the pleasure of going into their coffee shop, there's a big sign that hangs in the lobby that says you belong here. And it couldn't be more true. There's just this welcoming vibe there, and they're just so kind and friendly and accepting. It's a beautiful thing. So after that, I hosted Celebrating Survival for the first time last year in 2022, and the venue at 1201 was the venue for that event as well. If you attended that event, then you know how incredibly amazing that was. And we're coming back to do that again this year, except this year we're doing it in two locations. I will be in South Florida and also in my home state and my hometown of Van Wert, Ohio. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll come back to that here in a second. Girls Mic Night is April 29th. If you are a South Florida local, I would love for you to join me. I apologize, but I can't remember off the top of my head what if it's a ticketed event, if you just need to reserve to make sure there's a seat. I don't know, but I will find out. And again, link it in the comments for you. But please come out and join, support this. This is just an amazing thing, and I am so excited to be a part of it. So that is Girls Mike Night, venue 1201, April 29th. Let's Talk, which is this show right here. Like I said, tonight we were supposed to have Pastor Charles Robinson on. Charles and I have been friends for the last 15 years, I believe, maybe even longer than that. He used to be DJ Old School on Kiss 93.9 out of Lima, Ohio, and I was a groupie. To me, he was a celebrity, which is hilarious now because now I know him and I know he's not really a celebrity. But don't tell him I said that. That's what he gets for backing out on me. But I used to think that he was a celebrity, you guys, because he was on the radio and he had like that local celebrity status. And then a girl that I worked with said, I know him and he's just like a regular guy. And I'm like, girl, he's on the radio. You know what I mean? And so then, as luck would have it, I met him one time and we just became the best of friends. So, Charles, like I said, he overbooked himself tonight, but he will be coming back to Let's Talk some point, probably June, July. May is coming up, and you guys, it's going to be here before we know it. I can't believe it's already the middle of April. How did that even happen? But in May, your girl is super duper busy. I will be heading up to Ohio. My niece, Kiana, shout out to Kiana, graduates from Van Wert High School this year. And so I will be up there celebrating her graduation from high school with the ceremony and then an open house. So I'll be spending time with family. But I also found an opportunity to fit a domestic violence awareness event into my time up in Ohio. So Stand Up for DV Awareness is a comedy show taking place on Thursday, May the 18th at the Edition in Van Wert. Now, if you are from Van Wert, you already know the Edition is like the new happening hip spot. So they are hosting us and this comedy show, and your ticket is $50 before you freak out at that price. Hear me out. $50 is going to get you into the door for a pre-show with none other than Pastor Charles Robinson, aka DJ Old School, aka DJ C Rob. He's going to be on the ones and twos, and he's going to be playing some hype music to get you ready for this show. And then we have got not one, not two, but three comedians. Can you believe it? 3 comedians. And you guys, they are volunteering their services, their time, their skill, their talent for this show. So we've got Red Parker. She is coming out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. We've got Brian Swinehart. Brian is coming from Parma, Ohio. And the headlining comedian is none other than comedian Hey Jay out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, you guys, these aren't just people that tell jokes to their friends and family. These are like bona fide, legit comedians, okay? And they're coming to be a part of this fundraiser because A, they're amazing people. B, they understand the need for the education and awareness for domestic violence. And C, they want to support your girl as she tries to raise funds for Celebrating Survival Ohio. We keep coming back to Celebrating a Survival. Have you noticed that? Are you guys picking up what I'm laying down? Because I got some real exciting stuff to tell you about this. I'm so hype if you can't tell. So May the 11th will be the next and only episode of Let's Talk in the month of May. I will be hosting on May the 11th, Josie, who is a young woman who is beyond inspirational, beyond empowering, beyond phenomenal, 110% a boss babe, and she's not even 25. As a matter of fact, she just turned 21. I cannot wait for her to tell you her story. I cannot wait for you to be completely hyped by the person that she is. So join me on May the 11th, right back here, either YouTube or Facebook. And if you can't catch the live at 7 p.m. Eastern time, come back and watch it on the replay or listen to it over on Spotify in the podcast version. So that'll be Josie on May the 11th. And like I said, in Ohio, May the 18th for the Stand Up for GV awareness. If you haven't gotten your ticket yet, don't worry, there's still time. Okay. So in addition to DJ Old School, C Rob, Pastor Charles, whatever you want to call him, he is going to be there, playing some great music. We've got, I told you, 3 comedians. I'm holding up 4 fingers because one is Charles, the other 3 are the comedians. And then we also have the addition is throwing in some light bites and appetizers. All of that's included with your ticket. On top of that, they are going to have the kitchen and the bar open if you choose to purchase additional food, if you choose to purchase adult beverages. All of that will be available to you. I just ask that you keep in mind this is a family friendly kind of, well, not really family friendly, but it's a fundraising event. So, don't lose your mind. Don't get crazy. Don't get too sauced on the drinks. Okay. I've not had anything to drink there yet, but I have seen the pictures online, and let me tell you, they look refreshing. So I am definitely looking forward to that. So that's May the 18th at the Addition. Tickets are $50. You will have the pre-show with DJC Rob. You will have 3 comedians. You will have appetizers and light bites, and you will have a good feeling in your heart knowing that you are raising money for Celebrating Survival Ohio, which is yet another domestic violence awareness event presented by yours truly. Doors open at 7 p.m. You can get your tickets online. I will put the link down here through Eventbrite. I have that link to my website. So it's just slcook.org, and then click on upcoming events, scroll down, and you will find the Stand Up for Domestic Violence comedy show. You'll be able to click the link and get your tickets on Eventbrite, or you can stop into the Addition and purchase them in person. They have tickets there at the store for you as well. Okay, now this is what I have been dying to tell you guys. This is why I do what I do. This is everything that I have done thus far this year is leading up to this one, actually 2 epic moments. And it is called Celebrating Survival. Yes. 2, you guys, 2. Okay. The first one happened last year, like I said, in 2022. And like I said, I'm originally from Ohio. My friends and family were like, hey, why don't you come home and do that? Like, we would love to have something like that here. And I'm like, all right, bet, let's do it. So, but I had already committed to doing one in South Florida. And I'm like, you know what? If 1 is good, 2 is great. So we're doing 2. We are doing 2 Celebrating Survivals this year. So, and when I say we, I say me because I don't have a team. But if you would like to be a part of my team, I would love to have you. I am looking for volunteers, both in Ohio and in South Florida. So regardless of where you are in the world, if you are close in proximity to either of those locations, reach out to me. I would love for you to come help. You can be a part of the setup, tear down, mingle throughout the event kind of crew. I have needs for all sorts of things. So if you're interested in seeing what that's all about, hit me up and we can talk. I can tell you what I need. I can tell you what's going on, and we can see where you fit in from there. Now, Celebrating Survival Ohio is happening on Saturday, October the 7th. So I started planning this a couple of months ago. And in doing so, I reached out to a couple of different places and for the event venue. And all of them were incredibly gracious. But there was one that I was really hoping for because the event venue, I know it's beautiful. The parking lot is huge. So there's room for lots and lots of people. In my heart, that's really where I wanted to have it. So I had reached out to them, and it took them forever, and I didn't think they were going to get back with me. So I had gone ahead and signed an agreement with another venue. Literally 24 hours after I signed that DocuSign document, I get a phone call from the venue, which is Trinity Friends Church, the Family Life Center on Franklin Street in Van Wert, Ohio, to say they want to host me. But it doesn't stop there. They're going to give me the venue for free, you guys. They're donating the venue. How amazing is that? So, Celebrating Survival, Saturday, October the 7th. Doors will open at 11 a.m. It's a brunch style event. It's a casual thing, okay? So, don't freak out about what you're going to wear or what everybody else is going to be wearing. This isn't a derby party. I mean, look, if you want to get all zhuzhed up and all gussied up, as my grandma would say, by all means do that. Come in your best, okay? But if you're a jeans and t-shirt kind of person, come in that. No one's going to judge you for what you're wearing. We don't care what you're wearing. We just want you to come and spend some time with us. Okay. So we've got brunch. We've got a survival story that is going to blow your mind and make you just so full of admiration, so full of empowerment. Whether you've gone through domestic violence or not, listening to these stories of survival and how these once victims who are now thriving survivors have overcome the odds to be the productive, incredible members of society that they are. It's you can't help but be empowered by that. You don't have to be going through something similar to see that resiliency and that strength and to be inspired by that. So please, if you are looking for inspiration, come on out. Tracy, I see you. Yes, I will definitely be hitting you up. I would love for your help. That would be so incredible. Tracy and I were the best of friends all through elementary school. We actually got into big trouble for playing with Play-Doh in her bedroom that had hardwood floors. And the Play-Doh got into the cracks of the hardwood. And if you know about hardwood, that's like a whole thing. So, yeah, that that was us. Pretty sure I'm still in trouble with her mom for that, by the way. So anyhow, enough about what I did in my past, right? So that is Celebrating Survival Ohio. So like I said, it's brunch, it's the presentation from the survivor. I do this thing at my events where I'm trying to be like Oprah, where I give you a few of my favorite things. So there's always some sort of one of my love languages is gift giving. Okay. And so the guests at my events go home with something every time I host an event. So there will be take home gifts. And I'm really excited about what I've got in store for you guys with that this year. Looking, like I said, for volunteers, I will need raffle items as well. If you have something that you would like to donate for the raffle, we are going to do a raffle, and the proceeds from that will benefit one of the domestic violence agencies in Van Wert. I'm still firming all of that up, so I don't have exact details on that, but I can tell you for certain that the proceeds from that raffle will go to DV services in Van Wert County. Okay. So if you have something that you want to donate, let me know. I would be more than happy to take that and be so ever grateful for that. So like I told you, Trinity Friends is totally donating their venue. So I thought an incredible way to give back to them would be to have a food drive in conjunction with Celebrating Survival. If you don't know, Trinity Friends has a food pantry at their church. They have volunteers that work it. They provide food and toiletries and cleaning items to the community for people that are struggling, that are in between paychecks, that are just having a rough time. They have a resource there in the food pantry where they help the community. So I thought this would be a great way to show a little love to them and give back to the community at the same time. So keep your ears and eyes open for details as they evolve with Celebrating Survival Ohio, the Ohio edition. There will also be sponsorship opportunities. I am trying to keep the cost very minimal to this event. I want you guys to be able to come out and celebrate and not have to worry about the price tag, attached to the ticket. So I will need sponsors to make that happen. So if you are interested, again, keep your eyes and ears open. I will be promoting that here soon. So that is Celebrating Survival Ohio. As always, if you guys have any questions about any of this, you can hit me up. I will have all of my contact information linked in these videos once I get done rambling. So you will be able to get a hold of me. So then we come to Celebrating Survival South Florida. That is happening October 21st. That is a Saturday. This event in Florida looks a little bit different this year than the one in Ohio or the one that we had here last year. This year, we're doing a free community style event. I am so excited about this, you guys. It's going to be hosted in Lake Worth. The venue is the Cultural Plaza on Lake Avenue. Okay. Lake Avenue is the one-way street that comes into Lake Worth and takes you to the beach. All along Lake Avenue, there are sports bars and little shops and restaurants. It is a very high traffic area, both vehicle traffic and foot traffic. The park sits between two one-way streets. So the Cultural Plaza is right there between Lake Avenue and Lucerne on the other side. Lucerne takes you away from the beach, and there are shops and hair salons and all sorts of things on Lucerne as well. Now, here's the really exciting thing. There are going to be food trucks, a vendor fair, a kids zone, a resource center, and are you ready? Drum roll, please. Live entertainment all day long. All day. From 11 a.m. when the event kicks off until 9 p.m. that night. But wait. There's more. There is so much more. Okay. Because your girl's a little bit extra and she can't just have an event and have it last all flipping day and have entertainment all flipping day and have food trucks and a vendor fair and a kids zone and blah, 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 all these things. I can't, you guys know I can't just do that, right? Like I can't go out the simple route. So I reached out to the Palm Beach County mayor, who is actually a commissioner. I did not pay enough attention in my high school government class to understand the whole commissioner mayoral entity. However, I did find, thank you to Google, which by the way, I would rule the world if Google had been a thing when I was in high school. Are you kidding me? There is literally nothing that I cannot find on Google. Like, I feel like I could perform brain surgery based off of Google and YouTube videos. Like, am I alone in this? Does anyone else feel this way? Because it's crazy what you can find on Google. But anyway, I digress. I have a mayoral proclamation for Palm Beach County, Florida, that October 21st is designated countywide as the day to celebrate survival. That happened. Mayor Greg Wiese will be at Celebrating Survival South Florida at 11 a.m. to present the mayoral proclamation. You guys, this is huge. I am so excited about this. I am so incredibly pumped about this. Every time I have an idea, I just have to tell you, I really try to keep religion out of it because I don't want to turn anyone off. But in the same breath, I would be doing such a disservice to my beliefs and to God if I didn't tell you that there's nothing more than God involved in this. When you are walking in your purpose and you are living the way that you are supposed to live, it's amazing how seamlessly things come together, how you will just have these ideas. And then the very next moment, right in front of your eyes, they're manifesting themselves. So that's what's happening here. So yeah, we've got a mayoral proclamation for October 21st. And by the way, Van Wert, it's time to step up your game because I reached out to the powers that be in Van Wert and have not heard anything back. I'm sure it's because you're busy. I have no doubt. But I just want to let you know that South Florida got on that before you did. So yeah, holler at me, please. I would love a mayoral proclamation in Van Wert as well. So yeah, Celebrating Survival, Saturday, October 21st in Lake Worth Beach, Florida at the Cultural Plaza Park. That for some reason I have trouble saying that. The Cultural Plaza Park. There's going to be live entertainment, food trucks, a vendor fair. If you have goods that you sell, you make something, you sell something, whatever it is that you do within reason, because I've crossed this bridge already a couple of times with this. I would love for you to be one of the vendors in my vendor fair. I do have a few more spots. They are filling up quickly. As soon as I released that, I was kind of inundated with folks. So there are maybe a handful of spots left. If that is something you would be interested in, let me know. I can tell you that right now, I do not have anyone selling plants, which are huge. So if you are somebody that has a green thumb or who has plants or plant holders for sale, that is something that I think would do very well in this vendor fair. Someone who sells stones, gems, crystals, that sort of thing, I think would do very well here. If you're not familiar with Lake Worth, it's a very, I like to call it the Key West of Palm Beach County. It's just a chill, laid back, artsy kind of community. Anything goes. Everyone is accepted. If you've ever in your life seen anything peculiar in South Florida, chances are it generated in Lake Worth Beach because The people there are just the most amazing, unique human beings that I have ever in my life experienced. So I am a huge lover of Lake Worth Beach, Florida. So anyway, those are the things that I need at the vendor fair. If you are somebody who specializes in that, you've got a friend who does, let me know. Tell them about me, have them hit me up, and we can talk. I do have one more opening for a food truck. So if someone you know has a food truck business, maybe you have a food truck business, let me know. I would love to give you that last spot. We'll need volunteers definitely for this event. So if you are someone who has a youth group, you are someone who oversees some sort of extracurricular group of high school children, junior high children, college students, and they're looking for community service hours, I've got your hookup. Okay, whether that's in Ohio or South Florida, let me know. I would love to get you involved. There are a variety of things that you guys can do. And listen, not all of it is like nasty, ugly kind of stuff, tear up, clean down. I think I said that backwards. Clean up and tear down. It's not all, heavy duty manual labor. But I mean, that's absolutely a part of it, but that's not it in its entirety. So please do not shy away from this volunteer opportunity. Let me know if you're interested. If you are somebody who is a performer, I do have a couple spots for performers left. So maybe you play an instrument, maybe you act, you act out skits, maybe you tell jokes clean because it's a family event. Maybe you're someone who's a storyteller, you do poetry, you sing, you dance, you do crazy things with a hula hoop. I don't know. Whatever your talent is, let me know. I would love to give you some stage time and sort of showcase that with people. So there are opportunities for performers. And there are sponsorship opportunities for this event as well. This event has a larger budget because it is a free community event. So the cost of the park, the cost of again, there will be gift bags for those in attendance. Those are limited to the first 100 people. So if you're someone who's contemplating a vendor fair spot or even a food truck, you need to know that this is a highly trafficked area. Like I said, both vehicle and foot traffic. There's a lot of it through this area. So I do believe that the ROI, the return on your investment for this would be pretty favorable for you. So definitely do not shy away from this. If you're interested in being a sponsor for Celebrating Survival South Florida, I do have some sponsorship packages laid out. I was going to pull them up, but my computer is not cooperating. Let's see, we've got 3 levels. They are the educate level. These donations start at $100 each. They are set with a goal of a total of $1,000. And it is the perks for this level is that your logo and or your name, whether you're a business or an individual, will be included in and on all social media advertising. If you guys remember Celebrating Survival last year in 2022, I was blowing up your spot with Celebrating Survival stuff on the regular. That's not going to be any different this year, and it's going to be twice as bad because I've got 2 events. So don't unfollow me because I will hunt you down. I'm just kidding. But seriously, I will promote you on social media at that level, at the educate level for the $100 donation. Also, if you have any literature about a business that you might be a part of, or maybe you've got a sample product, maybe you've got some sort of special offer you want to give folks who are in attendance, I would let you put that into the swag bag. So you get that at the $100 sponsorship level. The next level is Inspire. Okay, this level starts at $499. So the starting level for Educate is $100 and it goes up to $498. And then at $499, you would be an Inspire level sponsor. The total budget for this is $1,500. So obviously you wouldn't have to do all of that. If you're interested, that's where the level begins. Okay. So at this, you're going to get all of the same perks that you would get at the educate level. In addition to your logo and or your name will be included in and on all print advertising. So for this event in South Florida, I am going to be doing some printing in local news publications. I'm hoping to get some airtime on TV. There will be signage hanging up throughout the community, letting folks know about this, and your logo would be included on all of that. So that's the Inspire level. And those sponsorship levels, or those sponsorship contributions rather, start at $499. The third and final level is the Empower level. This has a total budget of $7,500. It is the highest ranking level of sponsorship, and it starts at $19.99. So $1,999 would be the beginning level sponsor for this. You would get everything that you would get with the Educate and Inspire level sponsorship, in addition to your logo and or your name on the event swag bags. So like I said, the first 100 attendees will get a bag full of goodies and treats, and you would be able to put your business information, like a pamphlet, a business card, your literature, a coupon for services or product, maybe a sample. You would be able to do that in addition to having your logo on the bag itself. You would also get VIP seating for our main event on Saturday evening from 7 to 9. And I will tell you in just a moment what that is. If you are a child of the 80s, you are going to lose your mind. And that would be for up to 6 people. So 6 of your closest friends, family, colleagues would be able to join you in that VIP section. And then the final perk of the Empower level would be a video promotion of you and or your business. So those are the 3 sponsorship levels. Now, I understand that for a lot of people, and I go back to what I was talking about at the very beginning of this episode, is that I am sponsoring an event. And one of the things that I was struggling with when I was looking for an event to sponsor was not only one that felt like it was a part of me, but one that I could afford. Events are expensive, you guys. If you have ever hosted a party, you know how expensive decorations and food and event spaces can be. When you take that to scale and make it an event, the prices go right along with it. Okay. So I realize that this might be too steep for you, and I can appreciate that. I myself walk in those shoes currently. So you do not have to donate at the, minimum $100 level. Any donation is appreciated. Those are the levels that have perks. So if you're interested in that, hit me up, let me know. I'll give you the link to donate. Otherwise, it'll be in the comments here on the video, like I said, when I post it after we're done going live. Now, the grand finale on Saturday, October 21st at Celebrating Survival South Florida from 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. I will be joined by none other than Florida's own, drumroll please, the Ocean Blue Band Florida. If you know, you know. I found these guys through an ad on Facebook. They ran a sponsored ad on Facebook, and I checked them out and fell in love. They do a big rockin' 80s show that is like all my big hair dreams come to life. So you guys, seriously, mark your calendar and plan to attend. I will be posting teasers between now and then, like I said, blowing up your spot with information about Celebrating Survival, but definitely some promo and teaser videos of this band, because they are phenomenal. So I really hope you guys will come support it, come check them out, get involved in any way that you can. There's multiple ways that you can be involved. You can be a sponsor, you can be a volunteer, you can be someone who donates, you can be someone who attends, you can be a speaker, you can be a performer. There's a lot of ways for you to be involved. So if any of those entice you, if any of those speak to your soul, let me know. I would love, like I said, to give you a platform to do that. So I have taken up enough of your time tonight. We will be back on May the 11th. Like I said, I will be joined by Josie, a young lady who is an entrepreneur well on her way to world domination. Join me right back here at 7 p.m. on May the 11th. Until then, you guys, be good to one another, be good to yourself, tell yourself that you love yourself, speak kindly to yourself, and I will talk to you soon. I love you guys. Have a great night.